Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Forever coming at you with another highly anticipated and high recommended model. Today you're going to be reviewing a Gemini Jets version Atlantic Boeing 747-400 in the Billboard metallic livery in a 1/200 scale model. I purchased this model from Troy's Toys based out of Overland Park, Kansas. His website is www.troystoysinc.com. This is my second version Atlantic model. The first one was from Blue Box, which came out in 2014. I did a review on that. You ought to go check that out. Allow me to share with you some information about the history of Virgin Atlantic, if you would please. Virgin Atlantic was established in the year of 1984 as British Atlantic Airways, and briefly thereafter changed the name to Virgin Atlantic Airways and commenced operations on June 22, 1984, when the airline inaugurated its first maiden flight from London Gatwick to Newark Liberty International Airport in Newark, New Jersey, using a leased Boeing 747-200 bearing the registration ship number G-VIRG that was christened Maiden Voyager, formerly operated by Aerolíneas Argentinas. The headquarters of Virgin Atlantic, known as the Office, is located in a business park in the South London suburb of Crawley, England, which is located nearby Gatwick Airport, while the airline's main base of operations are located nearby at Gatwick Airport, London Heathrow Airport, and Manchester Airport in Manchester, England. Virgin Atlantic is the 7th largest airline in the United Kingdom based in terms of passenger revenue. Virgin Atlantic flies to 25 destinations throughout North America, the Caribbean, Africa, the Middle East, and Asia from its main hubs at London Heathrow, London Gatwick, and its secondary hub at Manchester Ringway Airport. The airline also operates flights from Glasgow, Scotland, and seasonal flights from Belfast using a mixed fleet of Airbus and Boeing wide-body aircraft, which consists of 8 Airbus A330-300s, 8 Airbus A340-600s, 8 Boeing 747-400, including that one, and 13 Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliners. And in addition to the 37 aircraft that's already operating in the Virgin Atlantic fleet, the airline also has unfulfilled orders for an additional 22 aircraft that includes 12 Airbus A350-1000, which is scheduled to join Virgin Atlantic's fleet in 2019, 6 Airbus A380-800s scheduled to join their fleet in 2018, maybe, and 4 Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliners. And as of 2017, Virgin Atlantic currently operates as a certified 4-star airline carrier according to the international airline review firm Skytrax magazine. And the Boeing customer code for Virgin Atlantic is 1R. Okay folks, now you're looking at the front of the box here. You see the Gemini 200 engraved in gold right there. Then you see the Virgin Atlantic title right there, the computer generated picture of the aircraft type, and the model information at the bottom part of the box. Now you're looking at the back of the box, see all the Gemini Jets information, and then here on the lower part, that is the Boeing official licensing product decal right there. And then there's the Facebook page where you can go to their Facebook page and get information about current releases as well as future releases as well. Now you're looking at the top of the box, so you see all the little Gemini 200 information, and then there's the little information there as well. Now you're looking at the bottom of the box. You can also go to their website, as Gemini.Jets.com. You can also get information about models you're looking for, and current models and upcoming models there as well. Alright, this is the left side of the box, all the model information right there, the aircraft type, and the computer generated picture of the aircraft. And this is the right side of the box, same information you saw on the left side of the box. Okay folks, this is the model stand. It came with the model. It's very sturdy and strong and supportive. And there's a little black thing right here. That is when you put your model on the stand, that'll prevent it from being damaged or scratched. Okay, this little plastic bag you see here with all this stuff in here, these are the gear replacements featuring 2 little toothpicks. Stay tuned as I go into detail for the purpose of these later on in the model review, okay? Okay, with all that information out of the way about the history of Virgin Atlantic, all the detailed breakdown here on the box that the model came in, the model stand, and the gear replacements. With no further ado, folks, here is the beautiful model. Alright, there it is, the Gemini Jets Virgin Atlantic Boeing 747-400 in a 1/200 scale model in the Billboard metallic livery. Allow me to share with you some information about this special livery here, folks. This current livery, which is called the Billboard metallic livery, along with the brand identity of Virgin Atlantic, was unveiled on July 29, 2010. The Virgin Atlantic name that was previously labeled on the fuselage is now largely emblazoned across the entire front half of the fuselage of every Virgin Atlantic aircraft in a fine custom drawn font. The undercarriage of the aircraft now features the new Virgin Atlantic title, which is painted in dark purple across the aircraft to become more recognizable when taking off and landing. The Virgin Atlantic brand was reviewed and refined by the Circus brand agency consultancy firm, which is based out of London, England, while the livery and the logo was developed by the award-winning design consultancy firm Johnson Banks in collaboration with the in-house brand design team led by Joe Ferry and Nina Banks. Alright, so with all that information out the way about this livery, allow me to get down to the nitty-gritty and show you all the details on this model. Shall we? Let's roll. Okay, we're going to start on the port side / left side of the aircraft, where you got a good view of a decent view of the nose gears right there. The nose gear lights, I'll show you a better view of those later on. The nose gear door featuring the partial registration number LG, the nose cone, the windshield wipers, and the cockpit windows. And this little iconic decal you see here, folks, they call it the iconic lady decal. Well, this iconic flag carrying pinup lady, who goes by the name of the Scarlet Lady, appears on all Virgin Atlantic aircraft and has been rejuvenated with a subtle cosmetic makeover and enhanced detailing. Is now rocking a larger Union Jack, which represents the flag of Great Britain. This logo was designed by British artist Ken White. And then underneath the iconic lady logo is Ruby Tuesday. This aircraft was given the name Ruby Tuesday, which is based on the 1967 hit song by the legendary rock band the Rolling Stones. It was a Virgin Atlantic attendant by the name of Stacy who gave me this information via Facebook. They usually name their aircraft after giving them feminine names, but they named this one in honor of the rock song by the Rolling Stones. Now you get the idea of that, okay? And then now you come down here, the Boeing 747-400 decal. Virgin Atlantic ordered and operated at one time a total of 13 Boeing 747-400 jetliners in their fleet after Virgin Atlantic received their very first Boeing 747-400 aircraft, which bear the registration ship number G-VFAB on April 28, 1994. And now, as of 2017, only 8 of these iconic jetliners remain operating in service, as Virgin Atlantic is preparing to phase out the remaining 8 Boeing 747-400s from their fleet within the next few years, as these aircraft are scheduled to be replaced with the forthcoming Airbus A380-800, that's a maybe, and the forthcoming fuel-efficient Airbus A350-1000, which are scheduled to join the Virgin Atlantic fleet sometime in 2018 and 2019 respectively. Alright, and then you come right here, folks, the edge of the wing. Those are the inboard landing lights. I'll bring it up, come give you a better visual view of those. Hold on. Okay, now you got a better visual view of these inboard landing lights. Very detailed and realistic there, okay? And now you see the Virgin Atlantic title inscripted across the part of the fuselage you see there. Very nice there, okay? Okay, now we on the port side of this aircraft. You got a decent view of the side view of these engines here, how they painted in red maroon right there, okay? These engines are called the General Electric CF6 80C2B1F engines that Virgin Atlantic uses on this particular Boeing 747-400 aircraft. Very detailed here, see? And I also like this paint here on these engines. That really sets it off, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna turn this aircraft around, let you see the front angle of these engines, and the fan blades do spin, folks. Now you're looking at the front angle of these engines. As I mentioned, the fan blades do spin. Starting over here and over here as well. And then you got a better visual view of the inboard landing light, as I mentioned earlier there. And there's the bogey gears here on the port side there as well. Now you're looking at the engines on the starboard side, and the fan blades over here spin as well. Awesome, perfect. And you got a view of the inboard landing lights here on the starboard side, as well as the bogey gears on the starboard side there as well. Okay, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft, where you got a better visual view of the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the nose cones, the gears right here, featuring the gear lights right there, very detailed right there, the gear doors there as well. Now I'm going to take it back to the port side of the aircraft, because there's more information I'd like to share with you over there on that side. Okay, let's roll. Okay, we're still on the port side, where you got a better visual view of these winglets here, how they painted in the red maroon right there. And then there's the red navigation light right there displayed by the winglet there as well. Okay, we're at the back of the aircraft on the port side still. We see the registration ship number right underneath the window here. Registration ship number G-VXLG. Registration ship number G-VXLG. This is the 6th Boeing 747-400 aircraft to join the Virgin Atlantic fleet, and the first test flight on this aircraft took place on September 19, 1998, and was delivered to Virgin Atlantic on September 30th, 1998. Alright, now we're at the back of the port side of the aircraft. You got the Virgin logo displayed here on the tail, and the partial registration on the edge of the tail. You also see this in the inside of the winglet as well. I'm about to show you that right here. Alright, you see the Virgin logo inside the winglet on the starboard side, as well as the port side. And that's the Virgin logo seen on the inside winglet on the port side there, folks. Alright. Alright, we're at the back of the aircraft here. You see the APU exhaust hole right here. And then there's the strobe light underneath the APU exhaust hole. Okay. There's the Virgin Atlantic 747-400 from the rear view angle. Okay, we're on the starboard side of this aircraft. You see the nose gears right here, the nose gear lights, the nose gear door featuring the partial registration number, the nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows, the iconic Scarlet Lady logo here, rocking the Union Jack flag there, the title Ruby Tuesday, the Boeing 747-400 decal, the front cargo container door, and then you come right there, you see the Virgin Atlantic title here across the fuselage there, the inboard landing lights. You see these nice General Electric CF6 engines there, very detailed there, the nice little red maroon on there. And you see the green navigation light right there, featuring the red maroon painted here on the winglet there as well. Alright, now you got a better visual view of these bogey gears here on the starboard side, and then there's the center bogey gear here on the starboard side there as well as the center bogey gear on the port side. Alright, we're at the back of the aircraft on the starboard side. You see the winglet there. There's the rear cargo container door, the boat bin door, the registration ship number, and the Virgin logo here painted here on the tail here as well. Okay, before I show you the bird's eye view of this aircraft and the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft, here's some features you need to know about. This start the rolling gears, so they roll there pretty good. It tilts as well. See how it's tilting by itself, perfect. And then there's the front nose gear right here, how the gears swivel there. That's a great thing as well. Okay, so with that said, allow me to show you the bird's eye aerial view of this aircraft. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're gonna start at the top view of the aircraft. We start at the front part. See the nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows, the pilot escape hatch door, the Scar Lady logo, the iconic lady right there, the anti-collision beacon light here on the distinctive hump along with the antenna. See the Virgin Atlantic titles on both sides of the aircraft. See the ADF antennas in 3D. There's the satellite communications box right there. And then you come to the tail right there. Then this aircraft here got 3 lights. There's one right here, and then 2 more right there, along over here as well, right there, and right there as well. Those are the illuminator lights that light up this tail here when it flies during nighttime. Okay, now let's take the wings off, folks. There's the CF6 engines right there, live and direct. The fuel dump valve and the Virgin logo here engraved here in the winglet I showed you over there as well. Same thing over here, folks. The engine's there. The fuel dump valve and the Virgin logo right there as well. Okay? Man, this is beautiful, folks. Okay, now we're looking at the belly view of the aircraft. See the nose cone there, the closed nose gear door right there, the open nose gear and the nose gear door. See the Virgin Atlantic titles right there. See the anti-collision beacon light right here and the end part. There's the hole where the stand goes in at. There's the center bogey gears right here. Okay, same over there as well. There's a little challenge with that one, but that's all good. Then there's the Gemini Jets logo right there. 2 more antennas there. Pressure relief valves on both sides there. Another antenna. And the APU housing doors right there. Okay, no big deal there. Okay, and then let's talk about the gears over here, folks. Perfect. The engine's right there underneath. The registration ship number, the fuel dump valve, and the winglet. And then we come over here. The gears over here, I tilt over here. Okay, somewhat. There's the engines right there. Fuel dump valve right here. And the winglet right there as well. Okay, since I showed you the bird's eye view of this aircraft and the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft, now I'm going to show you, put it on that stand that I showed you earlier. So with no further ado, here is the model on the stand, folks. Okay, I finally got this model on the stand here. You're looking at it from the port side. Pretty nice here. And especially that little red maroon paint sticking out in metallic red maroon metallic paint. That's even makes it even more beautiful. Alright. Now you're looking at the front of this aircraft with all the gears intact. Man, this looks beautiful. Man. Even the wings are flexing a little bit. You see what I'm saying? And now you're looking at this model from the starboard side. Man, this looks beautiful. Woo. I'm glad Gemini just finally dropped this jewel. And finally, you're looking at this aircraft model from the tail cam angle. Okay, before I take this model off the stand, I got it in this position for a reason. The reason is I'm going to take these gear replacements off and let you see this model without the gears at a different angle. So I'm going to start with the front gears here. See how this magnetic right there. The bogey gear here on the port side. See right there. The bogey gear on the starboard side. Right there as well. And I'm going to take this model off here in a second, get these other gears off as well, so watch out. See there? And right there. Okay? I'm going to put it back on here for a second. Now I got this model, I got all the gears off the stand. I'm going to let you see this model from a different angle. So here it is in a different angle. Okay, now I got all the gears off here. I got it back on the stand. You're looking at it from the port side. Now you're seeing this model in flight mode. Now you got 1 or 2 options from this point on. You can choose to leave without the gears, display it like it is without the gears. But if you're going to do that, these gear replacements right here, that's what these gear replacements for, to substitute the gears. Or you can keep the gears on and keep it in down position. Gears up, gear down, that's your choice. I choose to leave mine on. It makes the model more appealing and more valuable. So with that said, I'm going to put these gears back on here, take this model to stand, and wrap up this model review, okay? Now I got this model to stand. Now I'm going to give you some info about the seating configuration, okay? Virgin Atlantic has 2 seated configured cabin layouts for their Boeing 747-400 aircraft. The London Heathrow configured 747 and the London Gatwick configured 747. However, on this particular Virgin Atlantic Boeing 747-400 aircraft, which is the London Gatwick configured 747-400, it seats 455 passengers in a 3-class configured cabin layout. Here's the breakdown, folks. From row 6 to 12, which is the main deck, that'll be from here to here. You have a total of 14 upper class seats. And rows 14 to 19, which is the main deck, that'll be like from here to here. You have 46 premium economy class seats. And then rows 20 to 24, which is the upper deck, that'll be from here to here. You have an additional 20 premium economy class seats, which brings a total of 66 premium economy class seats. And rows 25 to 66, that'll be from here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft. You have 342 economy class seats. And rows 75 to 80, which is the upper deck, that'll be from here to here. You have an additional 330. You have additional 33 economy class seats, which brings a total of 375 seats, which brings the aircraft's total to 455 seats. And finally, Virgin Atlantic currently employs their Boeing 747-400s on routes from London Gatwick to Havana, Cuba, Cancun, Mexico, Las Vegas, Nevada, Orlando, Florida, Montego Bay, Jamaica, and Bridgetown, Barbados, and from Manchester to Bridgetown, Barbados, Las Vegas, Nevada, and Orlando, Florida, and from Glasgow, Scotland to Orlando, Florida, and from London Heathrow, sorry about that, to Newark, New Jersey. Well, folks, this concludes this model review and everything. Please rate and subscribe and leave me your comments and suggestions. I don't know if you have this model or you plan on getting this model. I'd love to hear from you. Take care. God bless. There's more coming. Stay tuned.